But I think within the last week, that's a little serious. There were shootings in
And
Dayton and El Paso.
and at this time of the program, this is going to be all mad here because I want no part of this here. So,
And I believe we have our deepest sympathies for the victims and their families, and or I guess thoughts and prayers go out to the victims again and their families. But to go on a slight rant here, when stuff like this happens, there's usually what's the blame. In the last couple of days, you always have the typical, debate on guns and what to do about it. And you have both sides, and that's a different topic. But you have some politicians start to blame video games as the root of why violent video games. And I know some of the politicians were, I haven't seen a lot because I don't watch because it makes me mad, were I think leaning right Republican. In full disclosure, I am registered as a Republican. I think of myself as moderate Republican because you gotta take both sides of the coin. You can't be for one side, be for right, or be for left, because then you can't ever agree on anything. But to blame video games, violent video games, is the dumbest thing that the people keep bringing up. I have played Call of Duty. I have played Grand Theft Auto. Not once did I wake up the next day and went, I'm going to go down and kill a hooker. Never. John, I don't know about you. If you played any like games from shooting.
Yes. When I was at college, my friends they were really big Call of Duty fans. And
did any of them go on to kill anybody?
Nope.
Did you want to kill anybody?
No. Because I had enough common sense within this matter.
And I do watch there's people, just people that stream video games for a living. They make a lot of money from it. If you're lucky, people play violent games like, let's take Fortnite for example. Excuse me. That game, for those who don't know, it's a battle royale game. And you can have 100 people play at once in this big map, and you go around finding them, and pretty much you find them and you shoot them, and the last person standing wins. That's popular. If you're a teacher, people in high school students or middle school students play that on their phones, and it took the world by storm. But the majority, 99.999 repeating of the students, don't go and find guns and shoot people. That's not the problem we have in this country. Is video games. There's been violent video games since video games started. If you go like to the NES, there's games of hurting people, killing people. There's one game I think I have on the NES. I think I forget the name, Street Racer something, but you're racing in a car. It's top down and you race, and you can like blow cars up or slide them off the road. And not once did I, when I got my license, think I'm going to do this game. I'm going to slide somebody off the road. That's not the reason. I think there could be a mental health issue, because if you look at any of the victims of anything, these recent shootings, you always hear stories about their signs, and you're like, not one sane person will do that. And they interview the shooter. I forget the Dayton shooter. I believe it's a Dayton shooter. Correct. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. That his one ex-girlfriend said she wasn't surprised because I think the one date they went on, he showed her videos of mass shootings or whatever. I think I read that correctly, if I'm not mistaken. Not one sane person shows somebody that. Any date I've been on, I don't go, hey, you want to see some people die? No. It's a mental health issue. And another issue is, I'm all for people like having guns and owning guns. That's good. I don't have any, but if you want a gun to shoot, to hunt, by all means. But I don't think any of us, the everyday public, need an automatic rifle. I know it's controversial. I know. That's my opinion. And if you disagree, you disagree. But why do we need it? You can have rifles for hunting, for personal protection, what have you. But I don't think we need AR-15s, whatever. And I'm not a gun expert, so I'm probably talking out of my ass right now. But I don't think we need automatic rifles. It should be safe for maybe like SWAT teams, and most likely most use the military. Other than that, I don't think the general public should have that. Now, I can go and say, just ban ARs right now, don't sell them. But what are you going to do to the rest of the people who do have them? Nobody's going to come around. There's no way the government can come around to your house, knock on your door, and be like, hey, you have any AR-15s? That's not going to work. So, there's one thing to say, okay, ban AR-15s, you can't buy them, but then that doesn't stop the people who already have them. So this is almost a rant that, like, I'm not sitting here knowing I have the solutions to everything, because I don't know what you do. I'm not smart enough right now to sit here and be like, this is what you do and this should be done. You can look at other countries. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I think we shouldn't be able to get AR-15s or automatic rifles as easily as we do right now. I don't know. That's my rant. I wanted to get that off my chest. I know this is controversial, and since we're starting out, hopefully people see this video, but this could be a polarizing subject. But those were just my opinions. I know the gun topic of guns is controversial on both sides of the aisle, but I'm like I said, if you stop automatic rifles being able to be purchased by the general public, does that fix the solution right away overnight? No, because they're still out in the wild, so to speak. So you can't, and I don't condone just going around just grabbing people's guns, because it's going to be crazy and it would never work. It's not even practical. So what do you do? I don't know. I wanted to get that off my chest. That's my rant. And I know it's controversial and a sensitive topic, and that's why I know you didn't want to get into it. But since we're fresh, I don't want to say fresh, we just recent events of the past week, I feel like I wanted to get that off because it's just fresh in everybody's mind. And but the thing is, all the politicians, I know people want uh, people to do something, but no matter who's in the office, who has control of Congress, um, even when Obama was president, there was mass shootings. Um, no matter what side of the aisle, uh, nothing has been done good to get anything done. So you can hate Trump for not doing anything. Other people go back to the Obama administration. No matter who's in office, until it really, I don't know what it takes to do something. Um, I think no matter who's in office, nothing will get done. At least right now.